Hello everyone, another quick video in which I would like to share the reasons why I'm using brush tool with the mask instead of a pen tool more often to cut objects from a photo. Now I'm not saying that a pen tool is worse than the brush tool. It's just my own preference, and I've been using it pretty much the whole time ever since I've started using Photoshop. And I would like to share with you three main reasons why I find a combination of a brush tool and a mask more convenient for me. So the first one, and I think that's the main reason, is I get instant results as I'm working on it. So for example, when I'm cutting out things, I can instantly see what's happening. So whether I've cut out too much or maybe too little, or maybe it's too blurry, do I need to sharpen the edge and things like that. So I can show you if I create a new layer and fill it with a very bright color. Let's see, this one, let's move it back, put this to put mask on. So for example, with the pen tool, if I want to cut things from the pen tool, I can do that. It's not a problem. Let's filling, but I don't see the result, how it's been cut out. I can see for example in here that I left a little gap, so I can correct it, obviously. But I think I'm more of a visual guy, so whenever I'm cutting, I would like to see the final or end result of what's happening instead of drawing the line around it, cutting out and then seeing it. So that's one of the reasons. I think, like I said, the main reason. So as I'm cutting out stuff, I can immediately see that. For example, I've left a little bit here, or maybe I cut too much. I can always go back. I can always quickly view it if I want to. And it makes my work not necessarily faster, but at least it's something I prefer over the pen tool. Now, another reason is that, for example, once I cut, or once I draw the outline, again, let's turn this off. Now, if I want to make selection, I need to do some extra steps, like making a selection, picking feather, whether it's okay or not, and then either applying a mask on the image or using, let's say, erase tool, or just deleting the unnecessary bit of the picture. Whereas with a combination of a brush tool and a mask, I can, like I said, I can instantly see what's happening. And once it's done, then it's done. I don't need to do anything else. And third reason is also, I think it's alongside the first one, where I can see the instant results. If I cut everything out and everything looks okay, and then I do some other steps, carry on working with the photo, and then I realize, or I change my mind, I want to change something, I can always quickly go back to the same layer, to the photo, and again use the same brush to make, let's say, small adjustments. Maybe I didn't want to cut here, so I can hide the mask again. And I would imagine with the pen tool, you would need to go back to the path you've drawn and then adjust the points where you need to make changes, and then make a selection again, and then apply that selection, whether it's through the mask or eraser tool, or simply deleting the necessary bits of the picture. But I prefer it to be more simple. At least in the past I used to get back and make some small changes again and again. So that was another reason why I chose to use brush tool with the mask instead of a pen tool. Now, I do find pen useful at some points. For example, if I find long and smooth edges like this one, sometimes I would use my brush tool with the shift key. You can draw straight lines, but I would need to do more frequent taps so it looks more like a curve instead of just this. For example, here I made it a bit jagged. But yeah, in these cases, obviously a pen tool is much better, because you can just put, well, this one point is pretty much more than enough, just like that, and that's it, you're done. So these are the main three reasons, so I can go quickly recap them. So the main is I can instantly see the results, which for me is very handy. The second reason is that I don't need to take any extra steps in the end of the selection, or in this case at the end of the image cutout. And the last and third reason is that I don't want, if I need to make any changes, I don't have to get back to the path I've drawn and then adjust it and then make a selection again and then apply the mask, let's say, or erase it, and I have a result. And here, if it's just a very small bit I would like to change, I can focus on that area, do some minor adjustments, and that's it, it's all done. I don't have to make any selections or anything like that. And also, although I think it's the same with the pen tool, when I'm using a brush tool, I'm a bit lazy when it comes to moving my hand all over the keyboard to change something. So I like to keep my left hand stationary on the keyboard and just use my fingers like spacebar to move around. There's also X to toggle between background and foreground color. And although I might need to change the size of the brush, but I found ways how to avoid that, which if you're interested, I'll be sharing my tips on how I utilize a combination of a brush and a mask tool, for example, to cut places like this when you have a brush as big as this without going to your square bracket keys next to the enter button, and then changing the size of the brush, cutting out, and then changing back to the original size and carry on. So yeah, if you're interested, leave it in the comments and I'll make another video. And for now, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.